everybody.
Hey, how's it going?
So we're here, we're just parked somewhere nearby Hogsback Road, and we're about to drive it with you guys.
Yeah, so we thought that actually first we could talk a little bit about the reported phenomena in this area. The reason being, and you'll understand this once we actually get to Hogsback Road, but we are not going to be able to get out of the car and actually investigate the road on foot because the grade of the like kettle that it's on is such that there's literally no room. You'd have to walk in the road, and it just wouldn't be safe for us to be out of the vehicle on this road.
It's on a glacial esker, so it's basically winding on top, and then it's a steep drop off. There's like no shoulder. Hi, Greg.
Hey, Greg, how's it going? Good to see you. It's been a little while.
He's been traveling.
I see that. Yeah, you've been all over the place, which is super, super cool. So, but yeah, I mean, why don't we're going to start, like I said, with some of the stuff that people talk about in this area. So, again, we're actually at the Fox and Hound right now, which is it's actually a really nice restaurant, relatively close to Hogsback Road. And Hogsback Road in this region is known for its own urban legend of this goatman. And so reportedly, like sightings or reports, I should say, of this particular creature go back to the late 19th century. It's very difficult to track down firsthand accounts because there aren't very many of them. And I think that that's probably due to a lot of folklore basically surrounding this particular legend. I think a lot of it is basically just urban legend storytelling. But if you're familiar with the work of people like J. Nathan Couch, for instance, he actually wrote a book on this goatman legend here. And when he started that book, he was very skeptical. He thought it was all just an urban legend and there really wasn't much truth to it. But while he was researching it, he actually did find some firsthand accounts, which are really, really interesting. And one of them I actually have here is from, let's see, 2014, October 28th. A woman named Mindy Rosette sent Nathan a sketch that she said that she had drawn based on something she had seen in this area. Now, this particular creature, I think, was closer to Holy Hill, but Holy Hill is very nearby. I mean, this is all the same kettle moraine area.
I bet you Holy Hill is 5 minutes driving away.
Oh, if that. It's very, very close. So this is all in that same area, which is why, when we talk about this Kettle Moraine State Forest, we talk about it as a high strangeness window area because there's a lot going on in a relatively small area here, which is pretty impressive. So this woman contacted him and through his Facebook page and sent him this sketch, which I actually will hold up so you guys...
We can insert it into the
video. You want to just do that instead?
Yeah, I'll insert it into the video when I make it.
Great.
It'll just be easier.
Yeah, I mean, it's not high art, so sure. But anyway, her report was, at the urging of friends, I'm reaching out to you about an encounter me and my teen daughter had at about 9:40 p.m. on September 17th. Again, this is 2014. We were traveling near Highway K and 167 near Holy Hill. I can only say the creature was maybe 4 feet tall, hairless, gray/brownish, and running on its hind legs. It seemed to brace for impact as my car barely missed it. Below is the picture I drew as soon as I got home. And then she asked any ideas. So he really didn't have... much like ourselves, like people will ask like, hey, what was this? And, a lot of the time we don't have a good answer. And he really didn't have a definitive answer, certainly, that he could give her. But he did get more details out of her, because he spoke to her more, and she said its elbow was set low on the arm, the legs seemed to bend back at the knee like a dog's, or perhaps like a goat. Muscles were very defined, the thighs especially. I couldn't make out the hands because of the way it was running. I couldn't see the feet as I couldn't see past the car hood. Instantly, I knew this was something incredible. We were shocked and confused, trying to figure out what the heck we just witnessed. We don't live far from that rural area, so we were pretty much freaked out to venture outside when it's pitch black. It's something we'll never forget. It was a monumental moment. The vision of this thing is etched in our lives. I really want to know what that was. It was tangible, not our imagination. I wish I had seen the face, but it braced itself and tucked its head down. I wish I would have hit it, not to cause harm, but just so people won't think I'm crazy. And that's pretty common, you know. I mean, people are so afraid to talk about these things because they don't want people to judge them or think that, you know, they've got a screw loose or something, for lack of a better term, I suppose. And so I can completely understand where she's coming from there. But it is interesting, you know, when you look at the sketch and you talk about the size of this thing, and then her description of the being's legs, it is very much in line with this legend of the goatman in this area. You know, I mean, some people might, you know, talk about like dogman or something, but given the size that she's talking about, combined with like the overall description of the thing, you know, she doesn't talk about a muzzle or snout or anything like that. Like the head of this thing doesn't seem consistent. You know, she didn't see any ears on the top of the head or anything like that. And so her description wouldn't really be consistent with something like Dogman. It really sounded more like this legend of the Goatman. So that's really, really interesting. You know, people seem to actually be seeing it rather than it exclusively being spread as this bit of folklore. Now, interestingly enough, too, Linda Godfrey wrote in one of her blogs, this was a few years ago now, that she had, I believe it was a relative or close family friend, one of those two, who had actually seen something very, very similar, who had seen, this would have been in 2003, I believe, maybe, boy, I don't know, 20 miles north of here, who had reported seeing this goat man creature run across the road in front of him. And he opted to remain anonymous, understandably so, but you know, I trust Linda's word, you know, that she spoke to him and that she you know, more or less accurately portrayed his experience. It was a very quick sighting, and there weren't a lot of details in it, but she did actually draw a sketch, which is pretty interesting. And admittedly, she did embellish it a little bit as far as the sketch is concerned, but it is available online, so maybe we can find that for you guys too.
Yeah. But
that's at least 2 actual sightings by real human beings who really took this seriously. Thought I'd stop to catch up when I get home Sunday evening. Oh, okay. You're still in Washington. Wow, geez.
looks beautiful though.
Oh, it does look really beautiful, honestly. But yeah, that's at least 2 sightings by actual human beings who really believe that they saw something that looked like a half goat, half man. So on the urban legend side of this, Hogsback Road is very much one of those roads that you know, kids love to cruise. It's honestly a pretty dangerous road, and you'll see that shortly when we head out there.
Yeah.
But it's one of those places that teenagers will go to scare themselves often. You know, and the legend that has sort of built up around that experience isn't just people seeing Goatman, of course. Kids have built on this for years. So at this point, you've got this urban legend.
Home of Harry
and the Hendersons. Yeah, I love that movie, by the way. We just watched it the other day.
Yeah.
But yeah, kids have built on this urban legend now to the point where like the full urban legend is like, if your car breaks down or something on this road, the Goatman will come and get you and skin you and kill you and hang you from a tree. Which I gotta tell you, if that was happening, we would definitely know about it because that would be on the news. Nothing that exciting ever happens around here. So, that's interesting to me because you sort of see the development of this folklore or this urban legend using folklore out of this potentially real phenomenon, because people, again, are actually seeing this thing that they report as looking like a half goat, half man. And yet, you have these kids who are trying to scare, each other, basically, themselves, because people like to be scared. That's why we have horror movies. And in doing that, they have added on to this, possibly real phenomenon in a way that is, probably overall detrimental to the actual seriousness of the phenomenon itself. And of course, it certainly has served to muddy the waters there. And I think we probably see that a lot when it comes to paranormal phenomena in general, where you have something that is very, very strange that somebody has certainly experienced. And then, you have them add their narrative to it, and then it gets spread around, and then, people embellish the story and they retell it and they add things to it to try to make it more interesting or make it more scary or something. And next thing you know, you've got this whole legend that doesn't even resemble the actual person's experience at all. And so that's very much what we have going on over here at Hogsback Road. So, like I said, there's not a really huge depth of cases for this particular creature, this goatman. Again, there were two credible sightings that I was able to find. There is supposedly a newspaper report from the Washington. No, was it? No,
we're in Washington County.
No, it was the
Ridgefield.
Was it the Watertown Republican?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was reportedly this newspaper article from the Watertown Republican from the late 19th century that talks about some people having seen it. Now I looked, I haven't been able to dig it up. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist, but it does mean that I have some work to do probably. And so I'll see if I can find that. Hopefully I can. I looked for a couple hours today and I wasn't able to dig it up, but it's not always super easy. Like if it's not in an easily searchable newspaper archive, like we subscribe to newspapers.com, and that's been an invaluable tool for research, but it doesn't have literally every newspaper ever created. It just has a lot of them. So if there's something that isn't in that easily searchable archive, it can be very, very difficult, because it's basically like if anybody remembers the old microfiche days, you literally have to go through every page of these 19th century newspapers, which is as tedious as it sounds, let me tell you. And it can be very, very time consuming. So I will I'll give that another shot to see if I can actually dig up that article at some point. But that's what people say, that the stories go back to the late 19th century, where at least one newspaper picked up some sighting report. And I don't even have details on that sighting report, because in true urban legend fashion, all you ever hear are people talk about the supposed fact that this article exists, but they never talk about the content of the article, which is why right now, until I find it, I'm a little dubious that it's even a thing.
And I'll send you guys, there's like a local town around here called Ridgefield, and their historical society has a website just on this road that's very initial, summary of some stuff. So I can put that link in the Patreon and for you guys.
Yeah, we will definitely do that. Also, there are a couple other, I suppose creatures sort of reported in this area. So this is also that same area around Holy Hill where people report Dogman and Bigfoot. So in addition to that Goatman legend, we also have people reporting these other cryptids, which is fascinating. And again, this is part of the Kettle Moraine State Forest area, which very much seems to be some sort of high strangeness window area, if you will, based on the number and variety of sightings. So we're going to head out to Hogsback Road, I think, and show you guys around before it gets completely dark out here. And again, for anybody just joining us, this time out, we're not going to be able to get out and walk the road because it would be way too dangerous. This road is on top of a
glacial esker.
Yes, a glacial esker. And it's got very, very steep sides, and frankly, there's no room to walk along it. It's very, very curvy, very winding. You'll see, because we'll show you, obviously. But there was no safe place to walk on this road.
And I couldn't tell that when I looked at it on Street View. I could not tell that. Yeah.
Well, Street View gives you basically a 2D image when you're looking at the top,
So we thought we could get out, but we can't.
No, well, we weren't sure, because sometimes they'll have pull-offs and stuff. But the geography of this area, just doesn't allow for it. But you know what? Most people's sightings happen in cars anyway.
Yeah.
So, this won't be our longest investigation, but it's really going to be a cool one because you guys are going to get to see this crazy winding road where people claim to have seen this Goatman. So,
I guess I'll go ahead and turn around the camera.
Yeah, let me get my my navigation.
Beast of Bray Road. I remember hearing about the Beast of Bray Road as a kid. I'm also not. Is that also in that area? No, that's a little bit, that's more in the southern part of the state.
Yeah, that's going to be about an hour and a half south of here.
Yeah.
However, actually, Deanna, that's a very interesting question because the Beast of Bray Road is in an area, actually, it's still in the same Kettle Moraine.
Yes.
As this area. It's just,
southern part.
Yeah, it's just the southern part of the Kettle Moraine State Forest area. So there seems to be something about this Kettle Moraine glacial trail that seems to have, I don't know if it's a coincidence or what, but for whatever reason, a lot of these unusual phenomena, especially these cryptid sightings, are in the area of this Kettle Moraine, which stretches hundreds of miles.
We'll have to take him to Bray Road sometime.
Yep, yeah, we'll do Bray Road coming up probably over the summer.
Yep,
for sure.
That'll be easy for us to do.
Oh, of course.
All right, I'm gonna turn the camera around. Just a heads up. We're just parked.
Yeah, let me get my navigation back to Hogsback Road here.
Sure. But yeah, Bray Road is around Elkhorn, Wisconsin, if you ever are just browsing on the internet and are curious.
Oh yeah.
And if you have Amazon, there's a pretty good documentary that
check out the Small Town Monsters.
The Small Town Monsters
sure.
did, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually that's how we met Seth. Was on the set of that. So I saw that he was coming up to Wisconsin to film it, and I just messaged him out of nowhere, and I was like, "Hey, dude, can we come and interview you for our website, the Singing the Fortean Society?"
Yeah.
And he was super nice about it. It was like, "Hell yeah, come to the set. We'll be filming this day. Just come hang out and talk to us."
Right.
And we did. Been friends ever since. All right, and then
you can see it's really not far from here.
Oh yeah, it's literally 3 minutes away. But when we get there, I will get my camera going too here.
Because obviously we'll make a video of this, as we do.
Oh yeah, in addition to the live video.
I wish I could get out and take a picture of the road.
What's that?
I wish I could get out and take a picture of the road.
Well, we'll play around with some things. It's just, safety has got to be our number one concern here.
Because it's a pretty crazy road.
Well, for real. And I don't want to exaggerate or freak anybody out or anything, but people get in regular accidents and they don't always survive them on this road. So we want to make sure that we're investigating safely, and we're not taking any real stupid risks.
It's always the number one. And it's I grew up kind of around here, and I guess that used to be a road my dad used to joyride on his motorcycle on with his friends.
Yeah.
This is a really busy parking lot.
I think I can go this way.
Yeah, you should be able to go around and turn out.
I literally have no idea. This parking lot is as confusing as Hogsback Road.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an arrow. I can't go that way.
Exit.
Oh, hey, yeah, exit. Heck yeah, exit. Yay. Look at what a good investigator I am. I found my way out of this parking lot.
I helped.
You did. We're a good team.
I'm helping. Yeah, this restaurant's pretty big.
It is, yeah. It's a beautiful restaurant. You know, if you guys ever... that person behind me didn't know what I was doing. They could have assumed I was waiting for the Amazon truck, which would be a fair assumption.
Yes.
Because there was an Amazon truck.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be our first right-up here, is Hogsback Road. Which, again, has the urban legend that should our car break down, hopefully it does not, but should it, the goatman may come and murder us and possibly skin us and hang us from a tree.
Cool, I have no connection.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there it is. It's back. Sorry about that, guys. I must have hit like a dead spot for a second.
Yeah,
We're on Hogsback Road now.
Yes, this is Hogsback Road. We do a lot of investigating in the middle of nowhere, so the speed limit here is only 25. So you can see now this part already even, like, there really isn't much of a shoulder here at all to speak of, and it only gets worse.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like when we get up here, Emily, show like out the window here.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but it's really steep drop off, especially as we get further up here.
Yes, there's literally no place.
Yeah.
No safe place for us to walk along this road.
Like you can see there's a kettle down there.
Yeah, they don't even have guardrails up here.
No, it's pretty dangerous.
Like, that's just nutty.
Yeah, it's pretty, nuts.
Right. Like, that's just asking to get in an accident, right?
I bet there have been accidents.
Oh, there's a ton of accidents out here. It's one of the most dangerous, it's easily one of the most dangerous roads in this area.
Yeah.
Of course, there's someone behind me who wants to go like 50. It's a 25 mile per hour speed limit here, by the way.
We should probably have to turn around at some point.
Oh, we will. We're going to drive up and down this street multiple times.
Yeah.
Because I want to get the full experience, and I definitely want to get it without some jerk riding our bumper. Yeah.
Like, hurry up.
Yeah, it's like I drive this road all the time, and I haven't died yet.
Good for you.
Wow, it's something to be proud of.
Ooh.
But yeah, it would be very, very easy to drive off the side of the road here.
And there's humans up ahead.
There are humans up ahead.
But now we're off of it.
Yeah, technically we're now leaving Hogsback Road. Now this part of the road, like this isn't Hogsback Road.
This is like somewhere else.
This you could drive. Or not drive, sorry. This you could walk.
Yeah.
But it's, it's not Hogsback Road. And even then, like those people were kind of in the road.
Yeah. It was, and the first time we came out here, there was like nobody on this.
Right. But
now everybody's on it.
Oh, yeah, there was like no cars at all. But yeah, there is just no way that you could safely walk Hogsback Road.
And we were thinking of getting out and like leaving an offering, but it's not going to happen.
Well, that is something we had considered. So, for instance, it's a pretty easy leap. When you're thinking about a goatman or something, right? To start thinking about creatures from mythology that are similar. So you think of like satyrs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you think of like the god Pan, and he was half goat, half man, and the traditional offering for Pan, which is interesting because this is sort of a traditional offering for like fairies and spirits and gods all over the place in Europe. was honey and milk.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, that's stuff that most people have just commonly available in their house, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, we brought some with, hoping that there would be a nice turnaround or something where we would be able to leave that in the hopes of attracting. If there is a spiritual component or something to this, in the hopes of attracting it to us, you know, and making its presence known. But again, like Hogsback Road is just sort of off limits. I'm going to find a nice little place to turn around up there.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'll turn around just past the stop sign.
There's so many tiny towns here.
There are. I've got a little graveyard over there.
Yeah. A little graveyard. Just turning into somebody's driveway.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to not have that person directly behind us.
They were like really trying to gun it.
Yeah.
We're like,
Well, that's the thing. Like, people get real aggro out here if you're not driving fast enough on their crazy, dangerous roads.
they really do. It's kind of, you know.
It's not my favorite thing.
No.
But especially because, like, look, it's not like I have a problem driving fast on dangerous roads. But if I'm trying to drive slow on purpose because I'm checking it out, then it gets pretty annoying. So we'll head back to Hogsback Road. It's cool now. The sun's starting to go down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It should be completely down relatively soon. So I'd like to be able to do at least one pass through with the sun completely down. Now, we like to come out to these locations at twilight like this.
Yeah.
The reason being is that traditionally, twilight, really dawn and twilight, are two of the most common or commonly reported times to witness unusual phenomena. So, especially with like creature sightings and things, you know, or specifically, you know, you get into like fairy lore and stuff, and sort of like twilight, especially, was a very popularly reported time. And, you know, from a more practical and like mundane standpoint as well, then you get sort of the best of both worlds as far as being able to see things in the daylight and, you know, checking them out at night as well. So I like that anyway.
Yeah.
From an investigative standpoint, I find it helpful to be able to see things during the day and then see them at night too, to just try to understand all perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
That is a dangerous curve. I bet that guardrail gets sees some.
Yeah. What's all these people walking up here?
I don't know. That's super unsafe. There's no place for those people to be walking right there, by the way. That's exactly
there's
what
shoulder.
No, there's not. Like, they're in the road where people are going around blind curves at, you know, 40, 45 miles an hour. That's exactly what Emily and I were trying to avoid, because that's a really good way to get hit by a car. I hope those people don't get hit by a car, but if they do, I know why. So here we are again at Hogsback Road. Now, luckily, this time there's no one behind us, so we can go ahead and just kind of take our time here.
Mm-hmm. Just setting this camera down for a second so I can get my big camera ready.
Okay.
Alright, sorry about that, guys. But here we are back at Hogsback.
Yeah, well, I just can't get over how steep the drop-off is off the side of the road here. Like, if you were on this road walking and a car was coming and you had to get off on parts of it to get out of the way, you literally couldn't without falling 50 or 60 feet into a kettle.
Right. So,
yeah, boy, probably not a super awesome idea to be out walking on it. But, you know, also looking around here, I get why it has this spooky reputation.
Yeah.
You know, between the steep drop off, the woods pressing in on both sides, like these super dangerous curves.
And then it's very narrow lanes. It's
very narrow
street.
Yeah, like it's super hilly. You've got like curves going up and down hills, just all around. And again, this is a road known for its deadly accidents. So, you know, it's going to have a reputation no matter what. You know, people, even if there wasn't a goatman here, people would be talking about this being haunted by something.
Yeah.
Just because of how dangerous it is.
I think there's a car there. Okay. I wasn't sure if they were going to turn.
Yeah. So, I'm just going to turn around and through this driveway. So we can do another pass. Yeah. So, here's what I'm thinking. I think that probably, as far as the live is concerned, how long do we want to keep the live going? I don't know. It's just Deanna watching right now. Oh, just Deanna. What are you talking about? Well, Greg was on, but he left. Okay. It's getting dark out now. Yeah. All right. I bet the people who live here are going to get real sick of us driving up and down the road, too. Yeah. I call the police, see what we're doing. What are those weird people doing? What happens over here? Yeah, right? Nobody ever drives on this road. Ooh, except for that guy. Oof. I don't like that. It's scary. I don't like this. I know. This road is so dangerous. Oh, good times. Can you imagine this in the winter? Ugh. What Living a here? Nightmare. Oh, I know. Like I just drive a snowmobile everywhere. Yeah. I wouldn't try to drive a car on this road in the wintertime. But yeah, I definitely want to get some good footage of down that kettle from the car, because like this is ridiculous. Yeah, it's actually it's funny. We were visiting with Emily's family before we came out here, and her dad used to ride his motorcycle on this, like joyride on this road on his motorcycle when he was younger. And we were just like, yeah, is there any good place to park on the road? And he's just like, like, because there's not, and I think he was just like, no, like, not if you don't want to get hit by a car and die or fall into a kettle. He was like, yeah, you don't want to fall off the Esker. Yeah, exactly. All right, well that's our last live pass there. Okay. Yeah, wow. Honestly, thanks for she doesn't want to drive that road in the winter. Oh no, I don't I don't want to turn the flashlight on. Hi, it's dark. All right. Well, hey, honestly, Deanna, thank you so much for joining us. And Greg, who was here earlier, honestly, thank you too. There's a car coming. I know, but we're just parked at a stop sign. Okay. I should probably get driving again though, because Emily is right. But yeah, this was great. We'll have we'll see what else we can get tonight, as far as sort of documenting this area and seeing if anything pops up. And obviously we'll let you know if anything else interesting happens. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us on this super sketchy haunted road. Have a good evening, guys, and we'll get this video up for you soon. All right, take care. Never happened to me before. Oh. Spooky graveyard. Spooky. Here, I'll go up here and turn around. Nice. Maybe we can get a little view. Ooh, actually, you know what? This isn't wide enough for me to turn around and back up. Beep, beep, beep. Ooh, I don't want to drive in the grass though. Yeah, don't do that. I'm trying not to. Don't do it. Thank you. Just kidding. I'm doing a great job. Yeah, this is definitely like a newer. Yeah, this looks like a fairly new addition cemetery out here. Yeah. It says it's Saint somebody's. Saint Mary's. There you go. So Which, I mean, if it's attached to a church, it's a graveyard.
I thought it was a cemetery. If it
No, I looked it up.
Okay.
Yeah, which makes sense, right? Because it's like a yard for graves. And then if it's not attached, it's a cemetery. Because I had it backwards too.
Oh, because yeah.
So, all right, what do you think? Should we do our last?
Yeah.
Hogsback Road. Okay. Well, here's the body camera.
Cool. If I can remember how to turn this on.
Well, you do it.
Yeah.
You're going to have to find the video button. Just use your light.
Okay.
Hopefully I don't get an accident. See, it's down here. Which one of these has the video symbol on
it? Oh. The play button.
No, not the play. No, there's a video symbol.
Because I see an M and then something in the middle.
It's one of these. Here you go.
It's just on.
Now it's recording. What was that? Did you push a button?
No, I touched the screen a little bit. It's recording.
Okay, it is like the little cameras.
There's a red camera in the upper left.
And what is it doing? Is it flashing?
No.
Then you push the camera button to make it stop recording.
Okay.
So don't touch any of the buttons on the side, because that's what you did. Is you push the button on the side to make it stop recording. So you need that to be flashing, okay? Now that viewfinder is going to go to sleep at some point too, by the way.
Okay.
So don't let that throw you off.
Okay. I'm just like holding it over the.
Okay.
I hope I get it good enough.
Well, if you're angling it, I think you will. You'll be fine. Super dangerous curve ahead. Yikes. Oh, I know.
I don't like this.
It's not safe. We're in danger. Far from home. Okay, here we go. Now, see if you can really get the sides.
It says houses yet, so
No, I
maybe
know.
a second.
Sure. But like once it gets real weird and narrow up here.
Looks like it. You have 2 minutes of recording.
Yep.
Okay. I'm trying to get it.
Oh, I mean you'll just have to do your best. It's no big deal.
But it's really steep down there.
It is so steep. I've got plenty of recording time now. But yeah, I don't know. I just, like I said, I have no problem believing that this road has a reputation. Alright, and then once we get to the end, I'm going to turn around and do it one more time. It's darker going that way, and I want to have the view of it darker. And then we'll get out of these people's neighborhood, so like nobody calls the police to see why this car
Keeps
is
going
driving up and down their street endlessly. right, now I'm going to stop being parked in the middle of this road. Because, boy, is that not safe. But yeah, you'll have to piece that together from the other footage. That shouldn't be so bad.
Yeah.
Just wanted everybody to have the real dark, super creepy view of Hogsback Road here. Yeah, it is something else out here.
Dead raccoon.
Yep, our old friend, Dead Raccoon. All right, Hogsback Road, ladies and gentlemen.